Sharaba the Tarot Channel. I am your host. Today we will be focusing on the Vedic signs of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Before I begin, if you find this reading helpful, I ask that you donate to nobabyblisters.org. All proceeds go towards bandages, pain medicine, or surgical fees for babies and young adults who suffer from internal or external blistering. Hugs should not hurt. Today I will be using a classic deck due to the approaching of Labor Day. Before, tarot cards were used for artistic expression. Readings were done typically with a basic deck, as I am about to do today. I am a servant of the great work, not its master. So, happy birthday to a very, very close friend of mine. Let's start with Aquarius. First up, for the water bearer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, you have the Five of Cups. Some Five of Cups. So there's been a little bit of approach here. What the Five of Cups tells me is you've recently received an offering, but your initial answer was, I don't know. You said, I don't know, not because you weren't excited, not because you were disappointed. And it was less about the offer you received and more about other areas of your life. Right now, you are headed towards less social interactions, Aquarius, and more reflection. After the Five of Cups, Five of Hearts, there is the Six of Cups, which prioritizes inner child work, really doing a dark night of the soul. But with this dark night of the soul that's approaching, you are approaching the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a phase of completion. It is a little bit restlessness. You've overexerted yourself. The challenge ahead of you, Aquarius, is to relinquish control and find what makes you smile. Take your hands off the situation until you have a Knight of Wands moment. Because whatever you're asking for, whatever you're focused on, you will receive it, Aquarius. And then there's the Two of Pentacles. Going back to that restlessness that you had with the Ten of Wands. This is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is a card of imbalance. It is a card of decision. It is the juggling act when you see the magician or fool card or what have you, however you interpret it, is there's been heavy focus in one area and heavy lack in the other area. For example, you may be spending a lot of family time, but you've noticed income has taken a little bit of a dip. You don't exactly feel it yet, but you have been dividing your time in such a way where one area of focus is overshadowing the other. And the challenge with the Two of Cups is to really kind of find what area of your life has room for improvement. What I mean by this is, if you need more time with friends, get that. If you need to do a little bit more or less work, do that. Kind of understand why you got the Five of Cups. Romance is not heavy on your, it's not your main priority right now, Aquarius. Moving on to Gemini. So the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords. What the Four of Swords represent is you've been asking a lot of others. You have been you've been caring about what other people think of you. You've been trying to gain favorability with an individual or a group recently, Gemini. You've been trying to put yourself out there to gain a favorable opinion of you. You may have been mincing words or taking actions that have been a little bit more people pleasing. And the Four of Swords is a reminder to focus on you. When you wake up in the morning, Gemini, this person isn't carrying you out of bed. You are literally getting on your own 2 feet every morning, doing your own thing. So my question is, why value anybody's opinion when you are a go-getter yourself, Gemini? There's also the Four of Pentacles. There's also the Four of Pentacles. This is a card of control. You tend to be stubborn with the skill or material possession. Someone may have asked to borrow something or your opinion and you decline. Spirit X, why would you do that? The ironic part is you've been basically whoever you're trying to influence, whoever you're trying to get closer to, whoever you want to feel a certain type of way, Gemini, you've been going about it the wrong way. What I mean by this is giving someone more of what they don't appreciate. It will not make them appreciate it more. Be it advice, be it a certain thing. Whatever you are reluctant to give this person or group is exactly what you need to get to where you want to with this group and or person. On the bright side, when you have that aha moment of how you can win over this moment, there will be swiftness. It will be immediate problem solving. You will have time to pause and review the option. But remember, a fanatic increases effort while losing sight of the goal. Make sure your goal is worth the effort you are putting into it. Libra. Sun, moon, rising in Libra. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So, Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, very synonymous with the Gemini. You also could be dealing with someone born around the same time as you. But this Four of Pentacles is holding on to something, whether it be your time, your finances, how you're feeling emotionally. There's something you're holding very close to you. And the situation cannot move forward until you relinquish control and fearing the outcome. The Four of Pentacles is an omen of holding on too tight. You have exactly what you need for the situation, but you are holding on to something too tightly. The Fool card. The Fool card. The Fool card, you can kind of see the expression on his face. It's a little bit shyness. There's something that's causing you to be a little bit shy. I'm getting the "You Give Me Butterfly" song by Michael Jackson with this Fool card. Libra, there is someone who is making you melt. The thing about it is, it's more of an Alicia Keys, I just know your order. You come in and get your coffee, half cream, half sugar. You only want 2 cubes of ice in your drink, and you know little things, little details about this person that you would never tell them you know out loud. But it's definitely a little bit more on the childish side. What I mean by this is, this person has no idea. They're completely in the dark with how much you pay attention to them, or vice versa. But there's the Fool card for you, Libra. But be careful with the Fool card. It typically runs on optimism. It is much better to be in a Magician. The difference between the Fool card and the Magician card is the Magician card has all the resources needed to reach the desired destination. The Fool card typically just operates off optimism, which is a good start, but I would definitely put a little more detail into your plan. Finally, you have the Ace of Swords. So you've been getting some, we're going to say downloads. And there's clarity, new beginning in front of you. There's logic and analysis, but you must be honest to yourself about yourself and others. This is a card that asks, although you are giving someone the benefit of the doubt, what if they are more terrible than you realize? Make sure that you are taking an approach that asks a lot of questions about this situation. Before I move forward and conclude the reading with Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I want to take a moment and thank the viewers. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it. If you find my reading helpful, I ask that you visit the nobabyblisters.org website. All proceeds go towards pain medicine, bandages, and surgical fees for children or young adults who suffer from extreme blistering. Let us begin with the moon in Pisces. The moon in Pisces. The Seven of Swords. Oh my gosh. Pisces, we swimming around and around. You are overthinking a situation. You are in a would've, should've, could've state in past tense, going over the situations around an individual or group. You are checking everything. And at this point, all you are doing is going in circle. You're reaching the same conclusion, and there's some self-deception. It warns against manipulation and dishonesty. You have an unrealistic view of a relationship. The challenge is to scrutinize and evaluate how you're actually being treated and if you're settling. Not good. Not very good, Pisces. Right now you are in an emotional current and you don't even know what color the water is. If it is as clean as you think it is, or there's just some situations that you need to truly evaluate. Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is typically means an outpour of money, and it is emotional investment into an individual or a person that you typically don't see a return from. You didn't plan on seeing a return, but because you made this financial step because of how you felt, it left you in a worse financial situation than if you did not help this person. It's basically being over generous, you really want this person to have a favorable view of you. So anything they've been asking for, you've given it to them to your own detriment. Cut it out, Pisces. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. So this is stable foundation, a moment of pause, taking a moment to reflect, really focusing less on the emotion and realizing just because you are focused on a person trying to make it work, just because you want this person to be as thoughtful of you as you are of them, you have to at least entertain the idea, what if you're doing 80% of the relationship and this person is just showing up? Next, we read for Cancer. Cancer, the cardinal water sign. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. You are actively trying to get to a point in life. You are trying to manifest. Very, very focused. The Eight of Wands is swiftness. It's problem solving. It is the pause. And really almost becoming goal focused. The Eight of Wands is one track minded. It is setting your eyes on the goal and you are running as fast as you can in direction. The thing about the Eight of Wands is while you've been focused so heavily on this main objective of yours, there have been some areas that you have been ignoring. For example, if you have decided, hey, I want to focus on being a better father, or I want to focus more on my children. You've done just that, but the romance of your actual, between you and your spouse may have suffered a little bit. You may be focusing on a project at work while you've been eating literal leftovers or the same thing or every day, because all you've been focused on is this goal that you want to reach. And you also have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is really a sign of self-care. You need to take a little bit better care of yourself while you are rushing towards whatever this Eight of Wands is bringing you, Cancer. Make sure that you are taking out the time for self-care. And the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. You are headed towards a celebration, but right now, before you start celebrating, imagine spending months planning for an event, right? Spend months planning for an event. You've dotted all your I's, crossed all your T's. It's all going as planned, and you get to this party that you worked so hard to plan. You put so much into, so much time, so many finances, so much energy into this party. And you get to the actual party, everyone is having a good time except you, simply because you were exhausted to the point of almost either being cranky and having a bad attitude at the function, and or falling asleep because you put so much work into getting it together. Prepare. This is a thankless situation you are in, Cancer. Lastly, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Scorpio. We conclude with Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Scorpio. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. This is there is very blunt communication or advice comes in. And as a Scorpio, you may not want to hear it, but it's coming from a place of care. This person's delivery may offend you. More than likely, this person's delivery of this advice is going to offend you. They're going to say it, you're going to take it into heart, and you are going to be slightly agitated. But when you really look at what's said instead of how it's said, there is solid rationale as to why this person chose to give you this unsolicited, absolutely brutal advice. Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is a card of, oh, there's usually some very sharp turn in a situation. This is going from one end of the spectrum to the other, all the way from, there also could be third parties entering either your relationship physically, or there have been some entertaining of the idea of stepping out. This could be you, how someone feels towards you, or how your significant other feels. That is completely up to you. And there's also a goal that you have in mind. This Eight of Wands is prioritizing where you want to get to and absolutely throwing caution in the wind. This is really having your eyes on the prize, although you could be walking on nails to get to this prize. You want to climb this mountain. You've already started climbing this mountain. You're only thinking about getting to the peak of this mountain, but you're climbing with no gloves, without shoes on, and although you don't feel the rocks cutting into your skin because you're just focused on getting to where you're going. When you get up top, you are going to have to nurse your injuries. You're going to, I'm not going to say injuries. You're going to have to nurture the pieces of your life that you have recently put less emphasis on due to your one-track mindedness about this goal, Scorpio. This concludes the reading for today. Again, this is the Sharaba V Tarot channel. Very simple and straightforward. Till next time.